For example, safety. Women crave safety, emotional and physical and financial safety. Like, we want to be safe and we want to be able to communicate with you and share our thoughts and feelings without you necessarily having to solve the problem, though you'll want to. And it's one way we know you care if you're trying to solve our problems, right? But that safety, clarity, transparency, consistency. If you don't want to keep a woman, don't provide, don't provide her that stuff. That's the fastest way to lose your girl, okay? Is by not providing that. Don't talk to her. Don't be affectionate with her. Is she always approaching you for intimacy outside of the bedroom? You know, if that's the case, then, you know, you're going to lose that woman eventually, and intimacy for a woman starts before the bedroom. So it starts with you getting her a cup of coffee or doing the dishes or, doing tasks around the house and helping with the kids and being a teammate, you know? I think that's a big problem in relationships, by the way, is that we're not a team. There's these societal norms, these gender norms, and we have to like partner. We have to become a team and play to each other's strengths and weaknesses and help each other out. And we make sacrifices for each other, you know? And if you make sacrifices for your woman, she will be happier in the connection. Not that she should be happy anyway within her own self. And if she's not, maybe she was like me, maybe she lost herself in that relationship. But ladies, men need appreciation. They need intimacy too. Um, they need nurturing support. I'm raising boys, so I know a lot about raising young, healthy, emotionally intelligent men. And it's really important that you go into your relationships with a supportive, nurturing, and appreciative way of being. Um, but I understand that oftentimes we can't be like that because we don't feel safe. And so um, these are some things that can cause relationships to fall apart. And you need to look at what it was you were or weren't doing. Did that man feel unappreciated? Were you ever grateful for anything he did do? Were you complaining all the time? Yeah, either way, the point is not to point fingers. The point is to just own and be self aware of what you did to cause the relationship to fail. So, how this relates to this topic is you have to heal that stuff. You have to go through the process of healing because one of the things that you should avoid when you start dating again is people that are unhealed. And I will tell you something. I have talked to a lot of men online in the last couple of years, especially recently. And I have found something, and I can't really speak to women because I don't date women. So, but I'm sure there's probably a lot the same, because there's just a lot of people around here that are super unhealed, that are just unaware of what their own wounds are. And hurt people hurt people. So there are people who are out there that should not be out there. They're not ready to be dating. They're not ready to have someone for real in their life. There's people out there that just want to use people for sexual gratification. I'm not judging you, but a lot of times you don't connect with each other is the problem. Right? It'd be easy if you just connected with each other, but you don't. So oftentimes you will bring people who are looking for deep connection and commitment, and you will approach them and they will engage and they will um, fall for um, a scenario that is not really what they were looking for or wanted. And then they're now hurt. So you have to go into dating with a lot of discernment and, um